God, I'm really dreading going outside right now because it's literally like 26 degrees. Coming out to midnight right here. Saw the title of this video. SI is giving me issues, guys. So at 183k miles, I have finally got a check engine light on this thing. A little bit about what's going on before I start this thing up for you guys and let you see for yourself. Yesterday was kind of like a hectic day. So I'm getting on the highway yesterday to come up to my girl's house, and I'm in like fourth gear. I do a little bit, like a little baby VTEC pull, and all of a sudden I look at the dash and I see my check engine light illuminating. So I'm like, great. I'm like, what could this be? I had the Flash Pro plugged in, and I'm gonna show you guys today what it was. So I'm like freaking out. I'm like, dude, is it like a cam sensor? Is it something that's gonna be like crazy bad? But my car was still driving fine. There was a little bit of jerkiness between shifts, which was kind of like weird, and this happened before the check engine light actually popped up. So I ended up plugging it in. I'm gonna throw a screenshot of the picture of what it is in the next slide. So as you guys can see, this code was scanned from my Flash Pro after plugging it in and checking out the error codes list, and it ended up bringing a code up for the air fuel sensor, which is the upstream O2 sensor for the Civic SIs, and apparently something is up with it. Say quickly what I'm gonna do. I have my revision number 5 stored on the Flash Pro that Steve sent me last night. Huge shout out to the tuner. And today what I'm going to do is first I'm going to start this thing up for you guys to see if it is still throwing the check engine light before I plug in my revision. So here goes nothing. And there it is, guys, the pesky check engine light right there. Gotta love it. It's really funny because I was just thinking about O2 sensors with this car the other day, and I'm like, oh wow, if I have to replace one of those, it's going to be kind of expensive, guys. For the upstream O2 sensor is more expensive than the downstream because it has a better function for the vehicle where it's actually monitoring your airflow. Whereas right now my secondary O2 sensor, due to my header, is actually disabled because I have the defouler, so it's doing nothing. So the upstream O2 sensor is the most important one because it monitors your air-fuel ratio and has more tasks. All right, so now that you guys saw that the check engine light is on with the SI here, I'm gonna try to plug in my Flash Pro real quick to see if it will take away the check engine light when I go to put the new revision on. So we're gonna turn the key to the on position, press program. Now we're going to upload revision number 5. I really hope this fixes the issue, guys. I hope it's just some like minor update or something like that. If not, I'm going to go ahead and jack the car up today, check the wiring of the upstream O2 sensor, and see if I can find anything. It's my favorite part when you upload a new tune or a base map. RPM tech. Even though I've been doing a lot of revisions, guys, it's crazy to say that I'm already on revision 5, pretty much going to be on revision 6, because it seems like just yesterday I was still running a base map. So it's kind of a quick process. It's just the waiting in between the data logging kind of gets a little bit excessive at times, but that's the struggle with the eTunes, guys. If you have the patience, so be it. If you don't, go Dyno Tune. For the true test, will the check engine light be off? Oh yeah! Crazy that it just shut my freaking check engine light off like that. So I'm gonna actually go out and do some data logging real quick with this thing, because I just want to make sure that it could still possibly be the O2 sensor, but I'm not really sure. What else I'm gonna do real quick, I want to disconnect the negative terminal of the battery real quick. Sometimes I like to do ECU relearns, guys. 10 millimeter. Just gonna disconnect the negative here. You gotta love the mod life, man. You gotta freaking love it. I'm waiting for it to do that. I'm gonna fill you guys in. I do plan on getting some HIDs for this, some 6000K HIDs, which is like a crystal white with a light tint of blue. I think that's gonna be pretty cool. I've been like studying up on kits that I want to get, so I've been looking into that. HIDs. A lot of you guys are asking what else is next. I want to go lowered, obviously, because you could see the front is kind of lower than the rear, but I want to go lower, maybe do some coilovers eventually. So I'm going to be selling my HFP suspension if I do that. So drop your comments down below. I know a few guys would be interested in that. I'm going to need tires soon. I'm going to need rear brakes. Let me show you guys. Look at that. I'm going to need some rear brakes because like you could see the grinding and the grooves in the rotor. So I'm going to be needing tires, brakes, wheels. I need wheels soon, but that'll be last. And then I want to do some suspension work. So a lot of you guys already know what I'm planning on doing. Definitely want to do a fatter rear sway bar, thicker diameter. I'm going to go ahead and plug this battery terminal back on here. I'm going to connect my phone to the mobile Honda app because that's where I found the code at first. And real quick, I'm just going to scan for some codes. Even though the check engine light is off, it will still pick up some codes. And as you can see, there are no codes right there currently. So I think we're going to be good, guys, for a little while here. Also, guys, I knew it was weird because when I sent my revision, my data logs over to Steve last, he went in and checked everything, and he's like, I sent him a message. I was like, yeah, just so you know, like, the car's kind of jerking a little bit still. And I wasn't really pointing fingers at him, but I said I found out what the reason was, that it was my check engine light for the upstream L2 sensor. And he was like, wow, that's really weird because all your logs were like fine. So I don't know if it's a cold thing. I know a lot of you guys said yours comes on and then shuts off. Also, Josh, if you're watching this video, I know your Accord does that. That's what you told me earlier. So it might just be like a ambient cold temperature type thing. So we'll see what happens, guys. I'm just gonna run it until it breaks, and then we're gonna wrench. So just wanted to fill you in on what's going on with the car because everything was fine. Then this happened, so I put up an IG post. Shout out to all the people that commented on that saying what's up with the car, hope she's good, whatever. But I wanted to fill you guys in on this. I will be doing another video if I have to change the O2 sensor, which I might because the code might come back on, but I'll update you guys in the next video letting you know what's going on, if she's still running good. Tomorrow I'm going to be going to review 2009, correct me if I'm wrong, you know who you are, FG2 with head work done, cold air intake, exhaust, header, and he's going to get a dyno tune. So stay tuned for some FG2 pulls. You're going to see his car tuned on the dyno in the next video or the video after that, as well as an interview. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. If you did, give me a like, drop all your comments down below. If you had any check engine lights with your car, what the issue was, did it fix itself, did you fix it, etc. And subscribe for more progress on my K20 build. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. And even though there wasn't much wrenching done, just remember, never stop wrenching. 1, 2, 3, let's get it. All that. My mama told me